The atmosphere ahead of the BTS concert in Toronto again became the attention of fans. Not only because of the great enthusiasm for welcoming the members' performances on stage, but also because of the moments of togetherness that show the warm side of the relationship between the members of BTS. This time, ARMY's attention is focused on Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope, who are seen enjoying time together before facing off against the massive energy from the concert in Toronto. For the ARMY, moments like this always have a place of their own. After a long trip, a busy schedule, rehearsals, stage preparations, to cross-country trips, the opportunity to see the members get together and enjoy the atmosphere casually becomes something very valuable. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope do have different characters. Jungkook is known for his sometimes calm personality, but can turn very active when with other members. Taehyung often presents a relaxed and unique atmosphere with his expressions and interaction style. Meanwhile, JHope is known as one of BTS's positive energy sources that can make the atmosphere more lively. When all three were in one moment, it was no surprise that ARMY's attention was immediately drawn to them. Ahead of the concert, togetherness is the highlight. Before a big concert begins, public attention is usually focused on the stage, lighting, costumes, choreography, and the list of songs to be performed. But for the ARMY, the part that is no less interesting is that it often happens behind the stage. Simple moments like members joking, talking, smiling, or just being in one room can be very meaningful memories. Similarly, Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope get together ahead of the Toronto concert. It doesn't have to be a big action to make a moment special. Sometimes, a facial expression, a small smile, or the way the members look at each other is enough to make fans feel close to them. After BTS' long journey in the music world, ARMY certainly understands that every opportunity to see the 7 members together is something very valuable. Therefore, the moment between Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope before the concert became one of the parts that helped enrich the story of their tour journey. Many fans see the togetherness is not just an ordinary moment. There is a sense of camaraderie, comfort, and kinship felt from the way they are with each other. Jungkook and his positive energy. Jungkook is one of the members who always get great attention every time BTS does activities together. As the youngest member, Jungkook's journey with BTS has gone through so many phases. From a teenager who started out as an idol to becoming one of the most recognizable Korean artists in the world, Jungkook grew up alongside the other 6 members. Therefore, when seeing Jungkook again sharing time with Taehyung and JHope, many of the ARMY felt nostalgic. There was something very familiar about their company. It is not just about popularity or the big stage, but about the human relationships that are formed after years of passing through various experiences. Jungkook is also known to have a close relationship with all BTS members. Whenever he is with them, Jungkook's more relaxed side is often seen. Ahead of the Toronto concert, the atmosphere of togetherness gave the impression that behind the splendor of a world tour, the members still had time to enjoy being together as friends and family. For the ARMY, such a simple thing actually feels very touching. Taehyung brings a different atmosphere. Taehyung also always has his own way of creating atmosphere. His unique personality makes many BTS moments even more colorful. When Taehyung is with Jungkook and JHope, the dynamics of the three become interesting to watch. Taehyung can bring a relaxed atmosphere, while JHope often provides positive energy. Jungkook then becomes part of that dynamic in his own way. All three show that BTS is not only built from hard work on stage, but also from personal relationships that have developed over the years. Of course, each member has their own life and activities. But when they come together again in a big project, the chemistry that has been formed since the beginning of their careers feels so strong. That's one of the reasons why the ARMY is always enthusiastic about seeing simple interactions between members. They do not need too far-fetched moments. Natural togetherness alone is enough to make fans feel happy. JHope, the person who brings the spirit. When talking about positive energy in BTS, the name JHope certainly cannot be released. JHope has a reputation as a person who is able to give encouragement to those around him. On various occasions, he often shows a cheerful and full of energy side. On the eve of concerts, this kind of role becomes even more important. A great performance requires concentration, stamina, and tremendous mental readiness. In the midst of such pressure, the presence of people who have been known and trusted for years can provide a sense of comfort. Jungkook and Taehyung have known JHope for a long time, and vice versa. It made their relationship feel natural. For ARMY, seeing JHope with Jungkook and Taehyung before the Toronto concert gave the impression that the three members were energizing each other before facing the big stage. No need for dramatic words. Simply by their being together, the message of togetherness is felt. Toronto became the setting for a memorable moment. Toronto has its own place in the BTS travel series. Each city that is part of the concert journey carries its own story and memories. For fans in Toronto, the arrival of BTS is certainly a highly anticipated experience. Meanwhile, for the members, each city also presents a different atmosphere. The language, culture, weather, venue, and character of the audience can make the concert experience unique. Before going on stage in Toronto, the members must prepare themselves optimally. But among the various preparations, the opportunity to enjoy the moment together can be a small part that makes the trip feel more enjoyable. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope came to attention because their togetherness showed a more personal side of BTS. Beyond the glare of the cameras and the glitter of the stage, they are still three people who have lived a long journey together. ARMY sees more than just photos or videos. One of the highlights of BTS's fandom is ARMY's ability to appreciate small details. A short photo can be the subject of conversation. An expression can be analyzed. A simple interaction can be a memory shared by thousands and even millions of fans. It's not just because the ARMY wants to find something sensational. Many fans actually enjoy these moments because they feel they have followed BTS's journey for a long time. They see how members grow, change, face challenges, achieve success, and still maintain relationships with each other. Therefore, when Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope are seen sharing a warm moment before the concert, ARMY's emotional reaction actually has a much longer background. They didn't just see three famous idols. They saw three figures who had gone through so many journeys together. Memories from the early days of BTS. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope have gone through an incredibly long career journey. When BTS debuted, no one could be sure how much their journey would evolve. They then slowly built a name through music, hard work, performances, and a strong relationship with fans. Year after year passed. The stage that once felt small turned into a large arena. The number of fans continues to grow. The name BTS became known in various countries. But in the midst of these big changes, moments of togetherness between members remain one of ARMY's most beloved things. That is why a simple moment before a Toronto concert can evoke nostalgia. Fans may recall various old moments when the members were still going through activities together on a much smaller scale. Now they are on the world stage. But while Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope can be seen enjoying time together, there is an impression that some of the old relationship is still being felt. Not just about the stage. BTS's success is often measured through musical achievements, awards, album sales, concert attendance, and other global achievements. But for ARMY, BTS has a more personal dimension. Many fans feel that BTS's journey is also an emotional journey. They follow each member's story, listen to their songs, see their struggles, and witness how the 7 members grow into different personalities. Therefore, off-stage moments often feel very valuable. When they see Jungkook laughing with Taehyung or JHope near them, fans can feel the other side of BTS. There is no choreography. There is no spectacular lighting. There is no giant stage. Just togetherness. But it's precisely that simplicity that makes the moment feel special. Chemistry that has developed over the years. One of the strengths of BTS is the chemistry between the members. Of course, they have different personalities. Even these differences are one of the reasons why BTS's dynamics are so interesting. JHope has an energetic and feisty character. Taehyung is known for his unique and artistic personality. Jungkook has a character that can appear calm in one situation but is very active in another. This makes their interactions natural. They don't always have to have the same response. They can joke in different ways. They can compliment each other. And they can understand each other without having to explain everything to the public. Such a relationship cannot be built in a short time. It was born from many years of traveling together. The ARMY was overwhelmed. It is not surprising that many fans feel emotional when they see the members together. For some ARMY, BTS is not just a music group. They have been part of different phases of life. There are fans who discovered BTS when they were facing a difficult time. Some listen to BTS songs while studying. Some make music their companion when they feel alone. Therefore, seeing BTS continue their journey can cause mixed feelings. There is happiness because they can still perform together. There is a sense of pride that they have achieved so much. And there is a sense of excitement because time goes on. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope's moments before the Toronto concert then felt like a reminder that BTS's journey continues. Each concert has its own story. Concerts are not just about song lists. Every show has a different story. The audience brings their own energy. The members also brought their experiences from previous cities. Then they all met on stage. Toronto certainly has its own character. The fans who have been waiting for the arrival of BTS must have brought great enthusiasm. For Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope, the energy is one of the reasons why the concert trip was so memorable. But before receiving the energy of tens of thousands of fans, they also had a private moment together. And that moment became something that was later remembered by the ARMY. There is a message of friendship behind this moment. If there's one thing Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope can learn from each other, it's the importance of friendship. The world of entertainment can look very glamorous from the outside. Stage lights are on. Fans shouted. The camera keeps recording. Their names are in the news. But behind all that, an artist still needs people who can make them feel comfortable. BTS has 6 other members who have grown up together. The relationship became one of the important foundations of their journey. JHope, Taehyung, and Jungkook may not always be the center of attention at the same time. But when they share moments, fans can see that their relationship was not only formed because of work. There is a long history that unites them. Small moments that can become big memories. In everyday life, people often perceive small moments as something ordinary. But a few years later, that moment can actually be the most missed memories. The same can happen with BTS. Today may be just a get-together before the concert. But for the ARMY, a few years from now, the moment will probably be remembered as part of an era. That's why fans are so appreciative of every BTS travel documentation. Photos, videos, short snippets, or behind-the-scenes stories can become an archive of their journey. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope's moments before the Toronto concert became one part of the emotional archive. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope show BTS's human side. There are times when the public focuses too much on BTS status as global superstars. But behind the status, they are still ordinary people who can feel tired, happy, nervous, excited, and in need of support. The shared moments before the concert give an idea of that human side. They are not just performers who are ready to perform on stage. They are friends who have gone through many experiences together. This is what makes BTS's journey so easily accepted by many fans. The ARMY didn't just know them through music. They also recognize the characters, humor, struggles, and relationships that are part of BTS's identity. Enthusiasm towards the Toronto stage. The closer to the concert time, the more intense the atmosphere. The crowd began to fill the area around the venue. BTS merchandise is seen in various places. Some came with friends. Some come with family. There are also those who travel far just to watch BTS live. Meanwhile, behind the stage, the members prepare themselves. In a situation like this, the support of fellow members certainly has its own meaning. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope had understood the pressure before the concert. They know what it's like to stand backstage while waiting for their time to perform. They also know that as soon as the stage doors open, thousands of voices will call their names. Therefore, being together before the performance can be a source of energy. ARMY is not only waiting for the appearance, but also the story. Every BTS concert always presents a story. Sometimes the story comes from a solo performance. Sometimes it comes from inter-member interaction. Sometimes it arises from spontaneous comments. And sometimes it is precisely from a small moment before the start of the performance. Toronto became one part of BTS' great journey. The warm moments of Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope then become additional stories that make the journey feel more personal. For fans, concerts are not just about seeing idols for a few hours. A concert is an emotional experience that can be remembered for years. Why does this moment feel so special? The answer is simple, because being together BTS has always had emotional value for ARMY. After going through various phases of their careers, the members are now at a different stage of life than when they first debuted. They have grown. They have a much broader experience. But while they were still able to share laughs and time together, fans felt as if they were looking back at the BTS of yesteryear. That's what makes the moment so warm. Not because there is anything visually remarkable. Unless there is a history behind it, there is friendship. There is hard work. There are memories. And there are millions of fans who have watched it all from afar. From Seoul to Toronto, the journey continues. The BTS journey was not built in one night. Every concert is the result of a long journey. Each city adds one new page. From South Korea to various countries in the world, BTS has met with fans from various backgrounds. Toronto became another part of the journey. Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope bring experiences from previous cities. They then face a new stage with renewed energy. For ARMY, this trip doesn't just belong to BTS. In many ways, fans feel part of the story. They buy albums. They follow the music. They came to the concert. They are waiting for the latest news. And they celebrate every achievement of BTS. Moments that remind ARMY of the meaning of together. One word that is often associated with BTS is togetherness. It doesn't mean that all 7 members have to be in the same place all the time. Being together also means supporting each other when each goes through the journey. JHope, Taehyung, and Jungkook show that side in a simple way. They are together on the eve of one of the important moments. No need to explain everything. No need to make big statements. Their presence in each other was enough of a message. For the ARMY, the message meant a lot. A fan reaction full of warmth. When moments of togetherness like this circulate among fans, ARMY reactions are usually very mixed.
Some feel happy.
Some say that seeing the members together makes them smile. There are also those who feel nostalgic and recall BTS's journey from the past. Some fans even felt emotional because they realized how long the journey the members had gone through. A simple moment eventually turns into something much bigger. He became a symbol that after going through various phases, friendship and a sense of family between them remain an important part of BTS. No need to speculate, enjoy his company. In every idol interaction, there is always the possibility that fans have their own interpretation. But Jungkook, Taehyung, and JHope's moments are more beautiful when viewed from the side of their friendship and togetherness as fellow members. No need to add invisible stories. No need to draw excessive conclusions. Simply enjoy the moment when the 3 BTS members can share time before facing the big stage.